Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. Looking right at the numbers over the past week, in the Hudson County Multiple Listing Service, there have been 126 properties that have gone under contract. These are properties that have accepted offers on them. They have not closed yet. Last week, it was also 126, so we're pacing around the same rate over the past few weeks. These properties in the past week had an average list price of $751,000 and a median list price of $717,000. Last week it was $863 and for an average and $702,000 for median. So average is down, median's up a little bit. Days in the market over the past week was 31 days on average and 15 days was the median number. Last week was 42 average and 22 median. So property selling slightly faster from this week to the previous week. Looking through the list of properties, some units that stood out to me. In Hoboken, you had let me see here. I actually showed this property. It was a 2-bed, 1-bath at 456 9th Street, unit 44. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,566 square foot unit. Also had a private garage. This is at Roberts Court, which is a condominium community. It takes up about half the block on 9th between Madison and Adams. And it was built in the 80s. Here you have a 2-bed, 1-bath. It's listed for $925. It's on the market for 8 days. This property did receive multiple offers on it. I don't know yet what it's selling for, but this is a smaller condominium building in Hoboken. There's a spiral staircase that goes up to the roof. However, this is actually being removed. It's my understanding that the access to the roof was not proper. So, but yeah, here's the building on the corner of 9th and Madison. Excuse me, 9th and Jefferson. It's located not far from ShopRite. So it's an updated unit. Looks like someone had done some work here in the kitchen. And you also had access to one of these private garages, which was deeded to the unit. So this listed for $925. I suspect it's selling for over that number. And 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,566 square feet. That square footage also counts the garage and the large private storage space that is associated with this unit that's off the garage. So interior-wise, the unit's probably around 900-ish square feet, 1,000 square feet, I would estimate, of the actual unit. But the rest of the square footage was the private garage and storage unit. So listed for $925. Be happy to report back on what that sold for once the sale closes. In the south side of Hoboken, Hoboken Grand, 610 Newark Street, unit 10E. That's listed for $799, on the market for 8 days, 2-bed, 2-bath. This is the Hoboken Grand building located on the border of Hoboken and downtown Jersey City. It's across the street from, actually right near 700 Grove, which is in Jersey City. So this building is on Newark and Observer. Built in the early 2000s, I think around 2002. And here you have looks like it's a north side unit with a Midtown Manhattan view. And this unit has been updated. It looks like the flooring's been updated as well as the kitchen. It's an elevator building. There is a part-time concierge, I believe, as well as a fitness center on site. Steel and concrete building. And the developer of this building built many other buildings in the area, including the Skyline, which is right across the street, and also Sky Club, first phase they were involved with. So they developed a lot in this southwest corner of Hoboken. And here you have a 2-bed, 2-bath. Did not come with parking, listed for $799, 925 square feet, under contract in about a week at the Hoboken Grand. And all these buildings I'm talking about will be linked down below here on YouTube. Here you have a 1-bed, 1-bath, 775 square foot unit at the Upper Grand, 1200 Grand Street. It listed for $749, on the market 11 days. Also came with parking for 1 car. So Upper Grand, built around 2004, located in the northwest corner of Hoboken, right near ShopRite. Here you have a 1-bedroom. Upper Grand is a elevator building. They have an on-site fitness center as well. Common courtyard area in the middle of the building. Not that tall of a building, only about 5 stories. And it's about 20 years old now. So here you have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath at the Upper Grand, listed for $749, on the market 11 days. In downtown Jersey City, you had a 1-bedroom over at Liberty Harbor, which is located in downtown Jersey City in the Liberty Harbor North section off of Grand Avenue. Here you have a 10 Regent Unit 702. This is the Sutton building. List price was $575, on the market for 17 days. 1 bed, 1 bath, 696 square feet. And the Sutton building is the largest condominium building in the Liberty Harbor development. Liberty Harbor is a mixture of exclusive rental buildings and condominium buildings. There's some smaller condominium buildings as well as larger ones. The Sutton building, 10 Regent, is the larger one. Built around 2006, contains 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom layouts. It's a concierge building. There's an on-site fitness center, residence lounge, game room, play area. There's a small pool on site. You also have access to a larger pool. I believe that you can rent across the street in one of the rental buildings. You get a season pass. Parking is available to rent in the community, either indoor or outdoor. So here you have a 1-bedroom at Liberty Harbor, listed for $575, on the market for 17 days. Downtown Jersey City, this is an interesting unit. This was on the market last summer, was taken off and came back on. There you have a penthouse at 311 Washington Street, penthouse 2. This is Washington Commons, 311 Washington, 2-bed, 2-bath, 2,029 square foot unit. The list price was $1,399,000, on the market for 41 days. It also came with parking for 2 cars. This is located right on Washington. 88 Morgan is like right here off of screen. This is the A condos over here. Grove Street Path is over this way. And here you have the top floor unit. Now, I showed this property. It was on the market for a higher price last summer. It was taken off and then relisted. And here you have, it did have a very nice panoramic view of New York. The unit does need some work, and that's why it was priced where it was. Building was built around 20 years ago. So you can see here, kitchen is very modern, not to everyone's taste. So more than likely, the next buyer is going to have to upgrade. So whether it's kitchen, flooring, I think the bathrooms, you have a large terrace area here as well. So not far from Exchange Place Path over here, and Grove Street Path is just west of the building. So the building is a concierge building. They have a fitness center, and this is one of the largest units in the building over at Washington Commons, 311 Washington Street, and the list price was $1,399,000. When it listed this time, it was on the market for 41 days. Here's another unit over at Gulls Cove. Gulls Cove located right next door to Liberty Harbor, which I just discussed earlier. Gulls Cove, 201 Marin Boulevard, unit 717, 1 bed, 1 bath, 780 square feet, listed for $699, on the market for 19 days. So Gulls Cove, located in the Liberty Harbor North development. This is a south-facing unit. It looks towards 18 Park, which is this building right here. It's a rental building just south of Gulls Cove. And Gulls Cove was built in 2 phases, starting around 2006 and then again around 2012. Phase 1 is much larger, and this is a phase 1 property. When they built phase 1 of Gulls Cove, there was an option for like several different design packages. You had the white kitchen, there was a cherry cabinet. I think there's one other package as well that buyers could potentially have. So not every unit is the same in phase 1. Phase 2, they're all one design throughout. And those units in phase 2 tend to be more expensive. They're also a little larger. Here you have a 1-bedroom south-facing over at Gulls Cove. This listed for $699, on the market for just about 3 weeks. I'm not sure what it's sold for yet, but be happy to report back when that happens. Here's a studio at 77 Hudson Street, unit 1813. List price was $585, on the market 20 days, 561 square feet. Studio layout. Looks like it came with parking as well. And this is a true studio where the bedroom and the living room area are one. And there are several studio lines at 77 Hudson. This is a western-facing unit, so it looks directly at 70 Green Street, which is the sister tower just west of 77 Hudson. It was built at the same time as 77 Hudson. The major difference is 70 Green Street is an exclusive rental building. 77 Hudson Street is a condominium building where you can own. The only thing the two buildings share is the amenity area, is the pool area on the 11th floor, and they have everything else is separate. So each building has their own fitness center, gym, residence lounge. 77 Hudson amenities are not shared by 70 Green, except for the outdoor pool, which is open basically Memorial Day to Labor Day. And they share the parking garage. Those are the two major things that they share. But here you have a studio layout at 77 Hudson, listed for $585, under contract, just about 3 weeks on the market. In North Bergen, so we'll go up north here, at the Watermark Building, 8100 River Road, unit 802. List price was $985, on the market about 18 days. So you can see here things are selling in around 2 to 3 weeks on average. 2-bed, 2-bath, 1375 square foot unit. On the 8th floor, came with parking for 2 cars. I've discussed this building in the past. The Watermark, located 8100 River Road, built by WCI Communities around 2007. WCI is a Florida-based developer. A lot of amenities in this building. So you have a concierge and a doorman. You have an indoor pool and an outdoor pool, large fitness center. This is a south-facing 2-bedroom unit. Looking at Lower Manhattan here, and it looks south over Rock Harbor. So you clear, there's a townhome community right here, basically south of the community. So you look over that here in this unit. And you can see Rock Harbor down here. So you have a nice view of Lower Manhattan and Midtown Manhattan. And this is a very bright unit. South side units in this community are very bright, especially when you get above the 4th floor. You're clearing that townhome community next door. And here you have at the Watermark, 2-bed, 2-bath, listed for $985, on the market for 18 days. And finally, here you have a 2-bedroom duplex at the Hudson Club, 24 Avenue at Port Imperial, unit 440. List price was $849, 1,280 square feet. This was on the market for 47 days, and it came with parking for 1 car. It looks like this might be a south-facing unit or a north-facing unit. I'll be able to tell in a second. But the 4th floor units are duplexes in this community. So top floor units at the Hudson Club. Hudson Club made up of 2 separate buildings. Building 24 Avenue at Port Imperial and 26 Avenue at Port Imperial. And here you have a 2-bedroom duplex. And here you have, there's a loft area above, which is the 2nd bedroom on the top floor. The building is a concierge building. They have the concierge is located in building 24. And then in building 26 across the street, they also have access to the concierge where they can leave packages here. There's also the amenity building, which is right here. That's where the fitness center is located, the basketball court, residence lounge, large fitness center. They have business center. And then just to the right here is the outdoor pool, which is located closer to building 26. So you can see here's the Hudson Club, and you have buildings 24 and 26 Avenue of Port Imperial. And this unit here listed for $849, on the market for 47 days. Happy to report back on what it sold for once it closes. Speaking of sold sales, a couple of units to report on. Some smaller things, nothing in large scale buildings sold over the past week, but in Hoboken, you had 71 Madison Street, unit number 2. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath duplex, 2,900 square feet, listed for $2,900,000. It sold for $2,725,000 on the market for 39 days. It came with parking for 1 car. So this was ground up new construction, located in the southwest corner of Hoboken. Smaller building. Also came with parking for 1 car, as I mentioned, 4-bed, 3-bath duplex. So as I mentioned in previous videos, 3 or more unit developments are in high demand in Hoboken. So 3 bedrooms or greater, very high demand in Hoboken and in downtown Jersey City. Looks like this unit had some outdoor space here on the top floor. And this is ground up new construction with a private elevator into the unit. And that's sold for $2,725,000. In downtown Jersey City, Crystal Point 2 2nd Street, unit 2703, listed for $1,900,000. It's sold for $1,800,000. Cash deal on the market for 140 days. Also came with a valet parking for 1 car. This is a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,373 square foot unit. Crystal Point is located on the Hudson River waterfront in downtown Jersey City. It has direct views of New York City. So it is the most widespread direct views. Building was built around 2008, developed by Fisher Development. They built several developments, condo buildings and rental buildings in the area. And Crystal Point was one of their developments here coming up about 15 years ago. And you can see here, this is the Pier development. This is a rental building. So this is, with the exception of this building and 99 Hudson, these are like really the most direct views you're going to get on the waterfront, especially views that are protected. Because there's a lot of undeveloped land in downtown Jersey City. So some buildings may have views that are impacted. In this unit, you're pretty much nearly guaranteed at these views, unless they were developed on the waterfront in the water. I know they're building a development on the north side of Crystal Point, where some of the north-facing views will have views impacted. But here you have the office building. A lot of what's around it has already been built out. So you have these nice east-facing views of Lower Manhattan. Building, it is a concierge building. They have an outdoor pool, a large residence club area with a fitness center, a residence lounge, game room, screening room, barbecue area. So here you have a 2-bed, 2.5 bath selling for $1,800,000 on the 27th floor at Crystal Point. Let me see here. I mentioned this. Here's another studio that recently sold at 77 Hudson. So one just went under contract, and here's one that sold, 2301, sold for $570. So similar to the list price of the previous unit, 525 square feet. And again, studio layout at 77 Hudson, facing west towards 70 Green Street. And this unit has closed for $570,000. Here you have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath at 88 Morgan Street. This is the former Trump Plaza building, 88 Morgan, 1-bed, 1-bath, 837 square feet, unit 4408. So this is a south-facing 1-bedroom. List price $819,888. It sold for $805,000. Cash purchase on the market for 2 days. 88 Morgan Street is a concierge building. They have a large level of amenities. Outdoor pool, fitness center, large residence club, business center, game room, indoor hot tub, grotto area. You can rent parking on site. Parking is only available to rent on site. Nobody owns parking at 88 Morgan. But here you have a south-facing unit, and you can see here it's got Verrazano Bridge views, Ellis Island, and Statue of Liberty. So quite dramatic views of New York, of Lower Manhattan. And this sold at 88 Morgan for $805,000. And finally, up at 9 on the Hudson in West New York. You had Unit 1011, 9 Ave at Port Imperial, Unit 1017. List price $2,688,000. It sold for $2,528,000. Cash purchase as well. 41 days on the market. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,813 square feet. So this building developed by K. Hovnanian about 5 years ago. And here you have a 3-bed with a terrace and direct New York City views. There's going to be some development in front of this building. This level should clear the development, but you're going to have development on 2 lots that are owned by Toll Brothers coming up in the next year or so. And that's all been disclosed up front to everyone. You can see here, these are the development sites. And I believe if you're on the 10th floor, you should be clearing those development sites. So concierge building, large fitness center, residence club, concierge building. They have an outdoor pool, common roof deck, barbecue area. This was a cash purchase and it sold for $2,528,000 over at 9 on the Hudson in West New York. I'll link down below the weekly update as far as the snapshot of the market over the past week, inventory levels, the pace at which the different areas are selling, the months of supply that we currently have. I also added a new column here as far as year-to-date sales in the various markets. So you can see how many units in totality have sold in these various communities that I'm covering here. But this will be linked down below. And you can see as we're entering the spring market, the inventory levels have been going up a little bit compared to earlier in the late winter. As far as news article, really quick, this will be linked down below. You can download this on YouTube and it updates weekly. As far as news articles go, I saw this on the New York Post website. Northeast cities see the biggest gains as far as home sales, and the New York metro area being one of these markets, which has been quite active. So this will be linked down below since we're in one of those markets here in the Hudson County, New York City metro area. So showing that it's been a strong market compared to other markets throughout the country. So this will be linked down below on YouTube. These videos come out every Monday. If you have any questions about the Hudson County real estate market, you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.